From being the most influential creator on YouTube, uploading daily uplifting family vlogs, to suddenly one day leaving social media for a long period of time, begged the question from his loyal fanbase, what happened to RomanAtWood? He was never the one that would flash his earnings, new cars or clothes. He was a down-to-earth family guy that never intended any harm to anyone, but was ended up in a circumstance he would never wish on his worst enemy.
Somebody on YouTube for 12 years just disappear off YouTube. It would have to be so serious.
Throughout this video, I'm going to explain how the events unfolded, but firstly, just a bit about Roman. Born in Ohio, Roman grew up with a lot of time invested into videography and the idea of being in front of a camera. Throughout his high school career, he was involved in projects that included filming and producing his videos. Prior to him pursuing his dream, he would be involved in a family business that was called RomanAtWood Rope in 2001. But he would say on a podcast that he couldn't imagine his life working hard labor and not enjoying life to its full potential.
How much money is enough before you start enjoying your life?
In 2006, he started his independent filming career, producing a series on DVD called The Nerd Herd. Up until 2010, he would work in numerous film projects and commercials in Columbus. This would come to an end when he discovered YouTube. He would decide to dedicate his time on the platform and would make a YouTube channel called Sketch Empire, but would later change to RomanAtWood. This channel would be focused on his passion on comedy, and it didn't take long for his YouTube channel to gain traction. Within 2 years of him uploading YouTube videos, he had gained over 100,000 subscribers, and the next year would achieve the holy grail 1 million subscribers. Something all us YouTubers dream of when we start this journey. The reason his channel was exceeding all expectations was because there wasn't many channels that were executing pranks like Roman was. And just to name a few breakthrough pranks that boosted his channel, there were stealing gas prank, stealing car tires prank, and the plastic ball prank. But the one that got him a bit of controversial exposure was blowing up my kid prank. This prank's channel ended up accumulating over 1.5 billion views and 10.3 million subscribers with just 117 videos posted to the channel. Following the success of his rapidly growing community, he would launch his brand called Smile More. And roughly at the same time as his launching his business, he would launch his second YouTube channel called RomanAtWood Vlog. He used this platform to promote his newly set up brand, but he would explain that he started to see the downfall of pranks and saw creators utilizing vlogs and were growing an insane audience from uploading daily.
But I saw pranks coming to an end as well, and we had a great run with pranks.
This channel would instantly hit home as he captured the hearts of many viewers that live for family vlogs. He'd done many cool things like building his own pond and doing crazy stunts with the pond included. And just crazy things that some of us may never experience. That was what Roman was so good at. He made us experience things through a screen which maybe we'd never experience in our lifetime, and most importantly made us feel a part of it.
I would just stare in that lens, and I'd say there's a million people inside that lens, and I would forget about everyone around me.
You could tell that he was a loving family guy that was full of gratitude. He made his viewers feel a part of his family, which was a key reason for his success. You could see the genuineness of a guy that was trying to make a positive impact on the platform.
What? I'm not kidding you. I'm here.
And just personally speaking, coming home every day from school and watching his vlogs was a daily routine. His vlogs channel had insane success with his view count reaching over 5 billion total views, but there's always people in the world that want to harm the good out of people. And this is where things went really south for RomanAtWood and his family.
I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
We all know that Roman religiously uploaded every single day, blessing our homepage with another vlog. But obviously he would miss a few days here and there, but we're all human. But suddenly, December 2019 to August 2020, there was no content or actual activity on any social media from Roman himself or any of his family members. Whilst we're all worried about the family, we didn't get a response till the month of August, with him releasing a video out of the blue explaining to us that there was a genuine reason for his hiatus, with him explaining that the situation was absolute craziness. Although the video was very light on the detail, it was something to assure his fanbase that he was in good hands, and obviously wishes to return to the platform which he loves doing. But he did give us a clue on how severe the situation was by explaining that he wasn't allowed to elaborate on the situation he's been involved in.
We didn't quit YouTube, we were told to get off YouTube. Yeah, by the FBI. Yeah, this is legit.
Until there was an official explanation, there was a ton of speculation onto what had happened. Personally, I thought it was something to do with his kid Noah and his real mum, something that may have been to court, I'm not too sure, but that was my personal guess, but I was way off the mark of what it actually was. He did post a couple of videos, which one of them welcomed his new baby to the world, which was honestly surreal to see.
Little man.
And then the video came out of what we all wanted to see. The explanation of the absolute hell Roman and his family were put through. On the 23rd of January 2021, he uploaded the video, forced off YouTube, full FBI story. He would go to explain in the video that the family experienced an extreme stalker that was nothing like they've ever seen before.
We've been dealing with some extremely scary stalkers. I don't mean like the stalkers that just kind of call your phone, they get a hold of your number and they're calling you and
they drive past your house. Like,
prank phone calls.
It's like has targeted us for literally just harassment 24/7.
Extreme.
What started with amateurish ways of a typical stalker would rapidly escalate to things like Roman getting letters that him and Brittany are no longer married, his electricity to the house is being cut off, he'll be driving his car and he had no insurance on the car without him knowing, and the list would go on. Honestly, it's crazy. The reason he had to stay off every social media possible is because the FBI instructed him to do so. He instructed that him and the family just to take all the attacks the stalker had and not to give him any incentive that they were over his attacks, or to giving him any ideas on who it is. The FBI needed to thoroughly investigate the case.
We had to just take it. You have to just take it, right? Because if we come out and say anything, then there's a chance he'll quit. The stalker will quit if we scare him off.
Oh.
The FBI needs this person to keep going, dig deeper.
As a result of this, Roman personally hired security that will cost him roughly $1 million, he said.
You had high-level security at your house.
We had the best that I could do. Yeah. We did like, I don't know, $1.5 million.
But all of us as his viewers were confused to why someone would go to the extent to make someone else's life so scary and on edge, especially to someone that tried to make a positive impact to people's lives. Well, recently he would feature on Impulsive, Logan Paul's podcast, and they asked him the same question.
Why you? That was what confused me the most. Like I'm watching all this unfold and I'm like, why attack Roman? Like, you live in your quaint little life in Ohio with your family, trying to be positive online.
And Roman's simple answer was because
most
Targeting you.
all situations I've ever had is they're either in love with Brittany and love.
He said that he didn't take the stalker seriously until they started getting more extreme threats and actions. Just because he had stalkers previously that would have their 10 minutes of fun and then dip.
Yeah, we deal with some stalker, and we've had lots of them over the years, but you know the difference between this is an okay stalker and this isn't an okay stalker.
But this guy was determined for whatever he wanted. Logan asked the question whether they got the guy, and Roman said, oh yeah, they found numerous counts against him, but didn't reveal the name. But now the stalker's been arrested, they recently moved house to a really lovely home and seem to be settling really well there. He's back to uploading vlogs to the channel showing off his new experiences, although it may not be daily, he's back on the platform and he's still crushing it. And recently started a new podcast series, with his recent guest being his son, who is completely grown up and is completely weird for all of us to see. Because obviously the golden age of RomanAtWood's vlogs, Noah was roughly the same age as us watching. And obviously the hiatus that they had and then coming back, Noah was all grown up and was learning to drive. The comments were just the same as what we thought. He's so grown up and it's just weird to see. But this is just a story for all of us to learn that if we get into fame, that issues like this really exist and can go to extreme lengths where we're personally put at danger. And gladly Roman and his family managed to battle through this horrible time, reaching the light at the end of the tunnel, and now are continuing their journey on making us smile more.
We love you. You're beautiful. You're one of a kind. Smile more.